the stream, if you wouldn't mind. If you want to submit, that's Nero.fan/connect the coast. All the rules and submission fees are there. It's Nero.fan/connect the coast. Let me make sure I'm not missing it. Cool. Yeah. Man, did you listen to the new J. Cole?
Yeah, I heard it, man. I heard it.
What do you think about it?
It's just that song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the trailer.
Yeah, the video. I mean, let the rollout begin. You know what I mean? I don't really have much opinions on that single for real. That's just not my. The video was hard. The video
Video
was the
hella
video
hard.
was the video was hard.
Video super hard. So for those that don't know, J. Cole has been teasing this the Fall Off, this album called The Fall Off. For lack of a better comparison, this is his detox. You know how Dr. Dre had that one album that was just gonna change the way everything sound called Detox. The Fall Off is supposed to be that for J. Cole, and he's been teasing it for years, damn near, and it's finally coming out February 6th. So he started the rollout and he dropped a trailer for the album today. Then he dropped a single and a music video. And the song, I forget what I think it's called like Song 2, Disc 2 or something like that.
Yeah, track 2, this 2, track 2.
But he's rapping about his life backwards. So he starts at the end of his life and then he raps about his whole living his life backwards until he's enters back into his mom's womb and then disappears from the earth. So it's an interesting concept, but my question is I have a question and a statement, but let's get to the question first. The question is
you want to start with yeah, go ahead, ask your question.
As good as he raps, is it less impactful because of the way he went about the battle?
The album or like
no, just his music in general, his bars in general, are they less impactful? Because he be having these crazy bars and he's still saying I'm the greatest of all time, which is not to me arguable in my mind. But I know I've heard the conversation of people saying like they don't want to hear that from him because when you had the opportunity to prove that you're the greatest of all time, you bowed out.
Yeah, I feel like people that have that opinion that opinion was when he dropped the Might Delete Later and whatever they feel. I feel like once he drops his album, all that conversation will be done because it was 2 years ago. So I don't think it's a stain on his name. He just got to drop slaps. If the whole album sound like this, respectfully, I'm cool. But I think that's a dope concept. I think that's introspective. I definitely wouldn't have got that off of first listen because I'm weird. Like I don't listen to the story the first time. You know what I mean? Like I listen to the words, but I'm not listening to the story when I first consume music. So that you broke down that story, but I don't think people will really look at him crazy. I think that was kind of everybody's sentiment before, and we didn't have music from the nigga in 2 years. So I think niggas if he drops some slaps, I don't think niggas gonna say that. I'm not.
I mean, I always find it interesting that people who ain't never even been in the battle situations have such high standards for people's behavior in battle. You know what I'm saying? Like
he dropped the song. Yeah. My process is this. If the nigga said I had a song and he didn't drop it, I feel like, which everybody does, I feel like should be more of a stain than somebody who jumped off the porch, dropped the song, and if the nigga was like, that was emotional, takes it down, I don't look at it like, oh, this nigga's a bitch. Like, I don't really look at it like that. Like, yeah, I jumped off the porch to one of my dogs, and I shouldn't have did that, so I'm gonna take back the track so niggas can't hear it. But I don't look at it like he's a bitch.
What I've been hearing the most on my feed is that people think that his apology, the fact that he apologized at his show, is what makes him look weak, and that basically, they're still fans of his music, but they don't want to hear this. I'm the greatest. You're the greatest of all time, because then. Because when you could have proven it, you didn't. But I find that interesting that comes from people who ain't never been in the fight.
But he did rap. He did rap to show that he was the greatest of all time.
But then he took it back.
You can't take down something that's in the ethos. It's out. It's out. He apologized for what he said.
I think a lot of people, and this is not me saying it. A lot of people have said that it wasn't really, those were warning shots that he put out. You know what I'm saying? Like don't make me do this. I don't want to have to do this. Not like you a bitch. Like I'm that nigga
Because
type
it's
shit.
rap, because it was rapping. It wasn't a smear campaign. Anybody that's saying that doesn't understand the contents of what rap battle is. So if I don't disrespect, if I don't not like somebody, I'm not gonna go out of their way and call them a bitch and a pussy. That just don't make no sense. If I don't think they're a good rapper on my level, I'm gonna go to their catalog and I'm gonna say your catalog is ass, like he did do. So I'm just confused on where nigga's standpoint. If a nigga jumps off the porch to one of his homies, feels like he's out of whack for doing that, say, you know what? I publicly went off the porch, so publicly I'm gonna apologize. I can understand niggas saying, oh, I mean, I don't understand it. I just don't get it. If you want to be like, this nigga didn't want smoke, okay, for sure. I can say he didn't want smoke, but the nigga did it. That's not why he said it. He said it and I take the nigga for his word, because who else would go out there and low-key harness their own brand if they didn't feel like it was, how they truly felt. So I don't look at it like that. I feel like everybody that has an opinion for real ain't never been in the fire. Then you can't say you're a fan of somebody, but you don't want to hear him to say he's the greatest rapper of all time when that's been his stance since he started rapping. So you're just not a fan of him. You just can't be a fan in this new age of rap because of what you've already witnessed. Okay, for sure. Just say you cool on that nigga. Don't say you a fan of that nigga and want him to change how he makes his music. That's just a contradiction. That don't make sense to me. You're not a fan of him.
And like, what does that say about other rappers who like, that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, to say that because a nigga didn't get into a battle that he didn't really want to get into, he can't say he's the greatest, because there's tons of rappers who are considered the greatest who never battle and don't battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I just feel like that's a crazy criteria to hold, just because you see somebody in the light of a battle MC, now they have to be that just because that's what you see them as. I think that's
that's what you wanted them to be. That's what you wanted him to be. And his ego wasn't even allowing him to do that. Like, his ego was like, nigga, I'm doing way too much. And publicly 2 days later was like, hey, my nigga, I'm sorry. I've crashed out. You're one of the greatest all time. I said that nigga discography sucked. That nigga shit better than mine. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't see it. If that's how he feels, I just don't feel. Just like when he said with Drake, the same thing. I just didn't want to get in the middle of both my brothers. Like, and that Drake don't fuck with the nigga because of that. So I don't know. I just feel like he was a lose-lose no matter what that nigga was going.
Yeah, like I think no. The only thing he could have done is spazzed on the track, but then that could have hurt a relationship that he really cared about. You know what I'm saying? So there was no winning in that situation at all. But I do. I don't think it affects how I feel about him at all. Like, I think he still makes great music. Like, it's unquestionable that his skill is not not questionable.
If you're saying that nigga made a song about that, and then in that same song said he's the greatest of all time, and then you have niggas arguing that he can't say that, they just don't understand what that nigga just proved. Any nigga who can make a story, a goddamn butterfly effect ass song, and niggas pick it up and get it, you can't say how you gonna say he can't believe he one of the greatest rappers of all time?
Yeah. It's and I mean, that concept is nuts. I think my statement is I don't want to hear. I don't want it, because this is like a really trendy, gimmicky thing that I think the internet's gonna go crazy over. I don't want to hear no other rappers doing their, okay, I rap my life backwards, but I skipped every other day or what. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Don't remake this song.
Do niggas do that though? Do niggas recook concepts though?
Yeah. Oh, that's all I feel like I ever see. And they be thinking they snapping, and it's like, bro, I can't.
Like, I get inspired by something, so you make a track similar, but do niggas really take concepts? And like, I haven't really thought about it like that. Like, taking another nigga concept and just like remixing it.
I guarantee you we're gonna see somebody. I'm willing to bet we're gonna see somebody dumb enough to be like, well, I rapped about my life forward. Like that's normal. Like that's like
Yeah.
that's fucking different.
That's crazy.
And
That's
they gonna
crazy.
say it just like that, like they did something special. But we're definitely gonna see different iterations of people doing, you know, I rap my life backwards, but I was a fucking sailor or some shit, some stupid shit. Like, watch, bro. And I don't want to see or hear that shit. Like, this nigga got that off. He came up with the concept. Let him have it.
Let
Let
him
him
have
have
it.
it.
Let him have it. That concept's hard. I mean, it
Yeah.
was already done in Butterfly Effect, but let my nigga
And I
have it in
mean,
music.
Nas did it too with the I forget what it's called, but the reverse song. But this he put his own unique vibe on it, and I really
I
like.
low-key wish the video showed that though.
I mean, it kind of does. Like every frame, like when he's talking about, he talks about like he starts off saying he's 60 years old. Sir Gold, what's popping? We're good, man. How you doing? He starts off when he's 60 years old, and then he raps back through his wedding, meeting his wife. And then when he gets to that part, the frame is like put in flower. No, he raps back to his funeral, and there's a frame where they're throwing flowers, like, and it looks like he's looking up from the grave. And then there's
Yeah. Okay, I did. Okay. Because I didn't get that at first. I just thought it was a hard ass clip. I was like, oh, this shit hard as fuck. Like,
and then
because I'm not really listening.
He talks about meeting his wife, and then there's a wedding frame, and then he talks about going to the club, and then there's a club frame before he met his wife, and then he talk about before he was in the club trying hard and writing bars, and then there's a thing about him sitting down writing bars while he's like looking at himself. Like every frame is about that. Is about the scene he's talking about, pretty much.
Okay, that's fine.
But the way they shot it, I think is super fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that
I
shit
love
was
that.
dope.
I've always been obsessed with that infinity mirror thing since I was a kid, because that shit is just a trip to me. But to do it like a video like that is really dope.
Yeah, that video was fire as fuck. I was like, who directed this shit? This shit was hard.
Yeah. Shit, what else was popping? There's something else that I wanted to talk about yesterday and I fucking forgot, bro.
I hate when I do that shit.
Yeah.
Ain't really nothing on I've seen on my end really either.
Don't forget, we are taking music submissions. Nero.fan/connect the coast. That's NERO.fan/connect the coast. Let me put it on the screen. If you want us to review your music, if you want real reviews from music industry professionals, you feel what I'm saying? This is your chance. I've been in the music business for about 20 years. I don't know how long Uno been in the business, but I know he's been doing his thing, and he's in the business right now at a very big label. So if you want that feedback, that'll get you right. Nero.fan/connect the coast. We got you.
Yeah, man, don't worry about how long I've been in this bitch. Nigga, I'm in this bitch.
Send it in. We want to hear your shit, man. Send it in. Fuck. Donnie Boy, what's good? Paulie AJ805 on Instagram. Thank y'all for joining. Please share the stream.
Did you hear? I know you're not really into sports or nothing, but like this was the first time I've ever heard about this. Well, seen somebody do it. This NBA nigga bought a private island, and he's like a 7th, 8th man. Like that nigga don't like, he not even like that. Like he not even one of those superstars like that. But he bought an island, and another superstar dude just bought 60 acres and gonna build his whole, thing on 60 acres. If you had big money like that, would you build or would you